If you're ready for some home maintenance, give Ducks and Home Study a call. Did you know you can trust the experts at JTV with your real estate advertising needs? We offer professional photography, aerial photography, and video of your listings. Feature your homes on our Property of the Day on the Bart Hawley Show, or be featured on At Home Jackson. Give us a call at 787-8817 or check us out online, jtv.tv.
Happy 4th of July, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Bart. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well today. Thank you.
The 4th of July holiday weekend is here, and it's a busy travel day, particularly on the roads and in the skies.
It is. This will be the busiest travel weekend in the air since the start of the pandemic. And I remember last year, you were worried about me. I flew on the 4th of July. You remember I went to San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
And I will say that after doing that last year, I will not do that again. So if it's busier than last year, look out.
4 million people will be flying this weekend, and the busiest day is actually today. 52,000 flights nationwide. On the East Coast, nearly 3,000 flights were delayed and more than 800 were canceled yesterday. The weather, shortage of FFA controllers, and overbooking the planes.
Most of the cancellations out of the Northeast were from United, but the FAA said that they have no shortage of staff in the Northeast. So,
United CEO actually blamed the FAA.
He did blame the FAA. So, yeah, it's crazy. So 20% of flights were canceled last summer. Do you remember? That's all we talked about, June to August. 20% of all flights were canceled. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this weekend, because there's no backup pilots, there's no backup planes. So once a flight gets canceled,
you're stranded.
You're stranded, really.
Happened to me.
Yep.
So right now, 67 degrees. We've got some environmental news for you. The boil water advisory has been lifted, so you can drink from the tap to your heart's content. And the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy, EGLE, has declared today an action day for elevated levels of fine particulate. And that means the haze and the smoke will be with us for another day, but it's expected it'll be moving out of here by tomorrow. Keep our fingers crossed for that.
Very good, very good. Shout out to all the restaurants and businesses that had to make arrangements yesterday on such short notice. Of course, none of the fountain machines work. I don't know how all the other stuff works, but a lot of restaurants doing the right thing yesterday, so that was cool. We went to Steve's Ranch and celebrated your birthday. That was fun.
Yeah. So they went out and bought bottled sodas and bottled water, so they could remain open. So above and beyond. So of course, more expense for the restaurant.
Yeah, of course.
Apparently nobody's water was unsafe at all during the boil water advisory.
Well, it could have been, but not because of the particulate.
No, particulate is a separate issue.
You could have bad water that you need to get, your water looked at by Tri-County Water, but that would be a separate issue.
Chance of thunderstorms and showers today, Friday, throughout the weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
How's it look right now? Let's go out to the hometown cam, our sky cam, perched atop the Blake building. I still see a little bit of the particulate.
It's a lot of the particulate.
A lot of the particulate. Wow. Visibility about 2.5 miles, I'd say today.
Now, I'm afraid of heights. I would not stand on top of the Blake building where this camera is, but yesterday, firefighters from Jackson, Summit, and Napoleon were on top of the Blake Building.
But there was no emergency.
No emergency. They were doing training, rope rescue training on the Blake Building, and it was amazing that they did this.
This is terrifying.
Yeah. So this is rope rescue training. Crews use this rescue method if someone is trapped on the exterior of a high structure and can't be reached by a ladder truck. And we do have 11-story ladder trucks, but the Blake Building is 15 stories.
And there they are up atop right there.
So
Not just the
my
the
gosh.
actual work being done, the training. So I just admire all of our first responders. I mean, well, that shot just gives me, Brandon, you don't like that shot either. That's giving me a bad stomach ache.
wow. Yeah, they're brave people to do. I mean, the actual doing the job in real life is scary, but all the training that they have to do, it's, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So,
Yeah, I would need a parachute.
yeah, I would be screaming. These guys are amazing.
Yeah,
So,
awesome.
Thanks to the city of Jackson for those photos. Oh, speaking of first responders, on the Jackson County Sheriff's Department Facebook page, they had a shout out for one of the deputies' grandmas, and it was Deputy Freeman's grandma, Rhea Hodgkin, and she turned 100. Proud lifelong resident of Jackson County. Her family has served in farming for decades. She's a grandma to 22, great-grandma to 44, and great-great-grandma to 3.
What?
Yeah.
She has as many great-great-grandchildren as you have grandchildren.
Yeah,
That's
that's
amazing.
amazing.
22 grandchildren, 44 great-grandchildren, and 3 great-great. Wow.
Happy
What a
birthday,
great life.
Rhea Hodgkin.
Awesome.
Well, we've got things going on today. The summer band camp concert is today at 11:55 a.m. and they're moving it inside for air quality, safety reasons. All are welcome. It's a free event. And then at 2:30, they've got another performance by the theater group that
Very nice.
has been in camp this past week. So thanks to Jackson College, all the awesome camps they're doing this year, and all the free concerts. Thanks so much to Jackson College.
Cascades fireworks will be happening this weekend. Should be a fun event as always. If you want to sit in the, what do you call that? The pavilion?
The amphitheater.
The amphitheater. It's $7 a person, but of course, you can just show up and watch. So it'll be July 3rd, and there'll also be live music by the Sam Luna Band. Let's salute our great nation on its Independence Day. Of course, there's so many fireworks shows all over the county. A lot of them will begin July 1st, but yeah, there's so many. I'm going to Saturday night. I've been invited to the Farwell Lake fireworks show. My Hanover friends have been inviting me for a few years, and I have committed to going this year. So I've heard it's awesome.
Yeah, it is. And also Hanover does fireworks on the 4th of July, the actual 4th, ending a great day of celebration that starts with the Firecracker, Hanover Firecracker 5 mile and 5K walk and kids run. Bright and early Tuesday morning. I'll be there.
I know, and I won't, and I apologize because I lied to you.
Yes. Today is the start of the Rocket Mortgage Classic at the Detroit Country Club, and our own Brian Stewart is,
Back to 1 under through 8.
wow.
1 under through 8, but as we know, you have to shoot very, very low to win this tournament.
Yeah, so that was a big controversy at the Travelers with all those 62s and 61s.
Same thing happened in Detroit the last few years. We've had mid-20s under win it, so it'll be interesting to see. The first score, or the best score so far, is Doug Gim. He's 5 under through 8 holes, and yeah, the scores will be low today.
Yeah, some big names at this tournament, so you can just drive over and buy a gate pass and enjoy the tournament throughout the next 4 days.
Brian turned professional in 2005.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so he's made 5 cuts this year out of the 17 tournaments he's entered. Really needs a cut, so hopefully gets some hometown support and has a good week.
JTV's Jeff Steers is following Brian on the course today, and we'll have coverage and photos later on JTV.tv. Super Mario Brothers, the last Kiwanis summer movie of the summer, is today at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Then the Michigan Theater after this weekend will be closing for the renovation and restoration project. They're hoping to have $6 million raised. Right now, they're about halfway there.
Okay, very good. Our show today is brought to you by Frosty Boy of Vandercook Lake. Stop by, check them out. They have a wonderful picnic table area where you can walk up, drive through, visit Frosty Boy of Vandercook Lake. And you were there the other day, and the line was into
the street.
Into McDivitt. Into McDivitt.
Yes.
So be careful. But yeah, it's a popular place.
They were literally standing in line in the street. Yes.
Yeah. It's a popular place. So today is the last day that you can text and drive. Well, now you really can't.
Not really, no.
So I'm starting to jump on board with this, as you've been.
You're on board?
I'm on board with it. Yeah, I sure am. I always am. I've been really watching people the last few days. It's actually worse than I thought because I normally don't look at people. So I've been looking at people when I drive, and they're usually doing something they shouldn't. And a lot of times it has to do with the phone. There's so many people that talk into their phone while they hold it up above the steering wheel. I've seen a lot of that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I have a couple friends I'm really, really worried about. Really worried about.
Break that habit. Be safe.
Yeah, just be safe. Especially, you think about it, how far is your commute in Jackson when you're going somewhere? 5 minutes? Like, you'll be there in 5 minutes.
It's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Last night, a perfect game was pitched. The Yankees, of course. Do you know the Yankees have had more perfect games than any other team in MLB? It was none other than starter Domingo Germán.
Oh. Arman?
Germán. He retired 20
Erman.
straight.
Thank you, Brandon.
Germán.
Erman.
Germán. You don't say the G?
No, Erman.
He retired 20 straight hitters.
Oh, wow.
24th perfect game in MLB history. Wow. So, actually, you know, it was his first start after he allowed 10 runs against the Mariners.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, so he got another chance.
And he's most known for being suspended for 81 games due to domestic violence.
Oh,
Yes.
that's where I recognize the name
That's where
from.
you've heard the guy's name before.
Okay, well, there you go.
Not so perfect.
I guess he won't be enjoying his perfect game today if he watched the morning show. How about that? I've been watching Catching Killers on Netflix, and there's some new cases.
Is Keith, what's his name on it?
Keith,
Dateline?
no. Keith Morrison, no.
Keith Morrison.
No, but he is a good-looking head of hair. Some cases kind of really Brandon and I guess, kind of grew up with. I mean, we all did, but the 2002 DC Snipers case, do you remember that? Oh my God. And that was so different than it was portrayed on the news at the time. It's interesting. It talks, the show talks to the lead detective and the police chief. But yeah, that was an absolutely amazing story. And then the Olympic bomber in '96.
Which bomber?
The Olympic.
Oh, the Olympic
Park
bomber,
bomber
that
in
poor guy.
'96.
Yeah.
And there's been so many stories and movies about that, but hearing kind of the real story from the detectives is pretty cool. Interesting stuff.
Remember the submersible Titan
No.
that imploded last week?
Yes.
Yes. Well, yesterday they brought the debris up from the ocean floor, and my question is,
Why?
how?
How'd they get there so quickly?
How'd they get there, and how'd they bring stuff up? Because
I have
all
no
during
idea.
this crisis, there was no way to get there. There was no ropes. I am wondering, how did they get this stuff off the floor without
How did they pull
ropes?
that thing 2 miles up out of the water?
Ropes.
Really?
So they must have had ropes. I mean, how else are they going to get it down?
I think eventually they hook it to a rope.
Yeah, they're not saying how they got it up. So
A lot of, what was that?
it was a moth.
Speaking of things flying, we had a bird fly into our conference room window this morning.
Oh no!
And
Was it a condor? A falcon?
it was a decent size pigeon. street bird, I believe they're called. But Joe Barry had not been in the conference room when a bird has flown into it and scared the hell out of him this morning. Of course, I explained to him that a bird, when they fly...
Somebody dropped a dumbbell on the...
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
It did. It was a big
Yeah.
bird. But what the birds are doing is they think they see another bird and they're trying to mate.
They're seeing themselves.
So yes, they're really just seeing themselves and falling down. So I was able to explain that thoroughly. And now...
Last night, the legislature passed the state budget, record budget, first Democratic budget in 40 years, and 25% of it is school aid. They've increased
very
that,
good.
and free lunch. Those
For
who
all.
said there's no such thing as a free lunch. All school kids will be getting free lunch, free school lunch.
And I believe we agreed with that.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
So-
we agree with that. You like that? I like
The
that.
governor will be signing it in sometime, probably in the next couple of days.
Yeah. So did you tell me what you were doing for the 4th of July?
I'm enjoying the beautiful Jackson, Michigan paradise, summer paradise. What are you doing?
I told you I'm going to the Farwell Lake fireworks. I'm going
Cool.
to play some golf, and then we scheduled a last-minute trip up north.
Oh,
Oh,
fun.
yeah,
Lucky
should
you.
be fun. Thank you.
So that means you can't do any of the things I've invited you to do.
No, that's why I spent so much time with you this week.
All right.
I think your other son's in town.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's too bad.
Who's on the show today?
We got a wonderful show lined up. We're going to get things started with Tim Boss right after this quick break.
Galazio Restaurant in Albion takes pride in offering homemade Greek and Mediterranean cuisine. Our authentic recipes, beautiful bar, and intimate dining area make for a truly memorable dining experience. And be sure to leave room for dessert. Dine in or take out with a large variety of menu items to choose from. You can't go wrong. Enjoy a unique dining experience unlike any other at Galazio Restaurant in Albion, creating homemade Greek food simply for you.
Give the gift that lasts. The Jackson YMCA has something for everyone on your shopping list. Skip the traditional gift of things and give an experience at the Y, where no matter what age, there's something for everyone. Give the child on your list a youth membership for one of our after-school adventures. Out of ideas for mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa? Send them to the Y, where they can enjoy the pool, indoor walking track, wellness center, sauna, steam room, and so much more.
There are few more beautiful historic places in Jackson than the Michigan Theater, but the Michigan Theater isn't just a part of history, it's a vital part of this community today. We host hundreds of events each year, including classic movies, local, national, and international live music. The combination of our majestic building with our modern entertainment technology makes the Michigan Theater a special place. Please consider becoming a member for only $25. Your membership will help preserve this incredible entertainment venue for generations to come.
Walt's Health Foods, celebrating 50 years in Jackson. The ever-popular fruit baskets are available year-round for any occasion and can be delivered locally, shipped anywhere throughout the country, or even picked up. With a staggering supply of supplements, Walt's Health Foods also carries groceries and specialty food items. Visit us at 102 West Michigan Ave in downtown Jackson today.
Parents, do you want to connect your kids with food, friends, and fun this summer? Free summer meals are available for all children under the age of 18, and no registration or ID is required. Call Jackson Public Schools Summer Lunch Program at 841-2693 for details.
Welcome back. Today's show is brought to you by Vermeulen's Home Furnishings. They're in their third generation of being family owned and operated and pride themselves on offering high quality, name brand furniture at affordable prices. Thank you to Vermeulen's. Cascades Rotary Band Shell has a performance coming up. It is July 1st. Gary Nemensky, guitar and keyboard. So check that out, July 1st. And the entertainment is sponsored by by Elro Steel, who is celebrating 75 years in Jackson. So thank you to Elro.
Joining us now is Jackson's Antique expert from the Jackson Antique Mall, Tim Boss.
Hey,
Good morning.
hey.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, there's no pie in there, brother.
Good morning.
Sorry. Hey, Americana. Karen says, we need some like Americana, something that makes us feel nostalgic, something that makes us feel like, you know, it's cultural.
Feel
right?
good about ourselves over the holidays.
Yeah, and let's get outside and have a picnic with a mask on. You know what I mean? But what are we going to do, right? So I have selected just a couple odd things because today's market is really generated by usables as opposed to collectibles.
Usables, like a
Like
picnic
this, you can
basket.
still use
Yes.
it.
Textiles, vintage clothing,
Very nice Tigers jersey there.
Tigers jersey, sports related is, we're thinking summer, we're thinking, you know, all that type of stuff. The market is somewhat stressed, but I think that's a global environment.
I think it's because you're somewhat stressed.
You are somewhat stressed. How much is this?
How much is that? I don't know. But
Well,
that's
I
prob-
gotta tell you,
right? Well, if you think it's Americana.
this is
right?
Americana. A legend has spread all over the land through the forest, valley, and knoll of a golden-haired mythical figure known as President Trump the Troll.
The Trump the Troll.
Wow.
And again, you know, how long is Trolls
This says
been out?
not a toy and not intended for children, so this is a collectible, but
Yeah,
not for children.
right. And you, of course, leave it in the box, right? Right? Yeah.
13 and up.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. What's the age bracket on anything anymore,
Well,
right?
you should have to be able to vote
look,
to
there's
buy one of
some,
these, right? Otherwise, what
well-
interest would you have in it?
Some classified documents on the bottom.
Who signed this ball?
30 1966 players.
Here you go. Let's take a look. We'll be able to see
Tigers.
Yeah, you'll be able to
Tigers.
see the LK line right here,
Yeah,
front
there
and
you go.
center on the ball.
There you go. So, from nostalgic perspective, you know, where do we go with a 1966 ball? The theory for me is that I want to bring you things that you don't normally see every day, and the Antique Mall can get them. And this is the strangest thing about 36, almost 37 years of being down there. Timing is everything. We can watch the dealers bring something in, and within 5 minutes, it's gone, and the general public doesn't get to see it. But it's the timing of the person who has the thrill of the hunt. And then there can be things there for 3 or 4 years.
What about stamps? Did you ever come around and find anyone who could help me with those stamps?
I can still work on it with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
We got a
yeah.
lot of stamps.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stamps. But you help people with their collections. You know, a lot of people maybe inherit something from a relative. They have no idea what they're looking at.
Yeah.
They shouldn't just sell it in a garage sale. There's some stuff that's valuable potentially.
Right. I think it's like marketing advice and exposure like you folks do.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, it doesn't cost you anything but maybe time and a consultation to get an opinion. An opinion is worthy, but it's not the everything, but at least know who you're dealing with in your current and your only environment, because you are here in Jackson and this is what happens in Jackson. So yeah, I was just telling Trish that I've been working with some folks and locally, and I've seen so much change in the idea of how people want to disperse. And for most folks, it's that it gets a good home. I've heard that my entire life, you know what I mean? But what constitutes a good home? If I say it's worth $2, well, I'll just run away, you know, but if it's worth $200, well, then give it a good home. You know what I mean?
It needs to be at home.
So,
When's the last time either of you have been on an actual picnic with the basket?
probably pre-COVID.
Yeah. It was gaining a lot of popularity.
Yeah.
Like picnics, wine picnics, people were eating outside, taking things to go, and then COVID.
Yeah.
But COVID's over, so we can take the picnic baskets back out.
And again, what we're seeing in this whole secondary market is that it is still the thrill of the hunt for the people who are looking for specifics, but the younger generation is more about the selection and not the collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't want masses, they want one thing that represents whatever.
Okay.
And usable. So it can be functional, and the repurposers and all that kind of
What's unique in the store right now that you're like, oh, I haven't seen something like that in a long, long time?
our employees. No, it changes so often. Well, this is me. I do weird things. I have a formal dining suit in the front window with Solo cups.
And that's another thing, you should check the front window because Tim
Yes.
goes all out decorating 26 times a year?
Well, basically, we do it every 2 weeks or so. Yeah. That's a lot of moving. But you know what? The building lends itself to that kind of a venue because there's so much character, just like this building here.
Mickey Lolich on here too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all the names you know.
Well, it was just 2 years before the '68 World Series, so all those big names.
Gates Brown.
Yeah.
Gates Brown, he came to
It's
Jackson.
amazing how clear the old timers wrote compared to the new autographs.
Hey,
you can't even read.
Interesting thing. I'll share you something with cursive writing. The newer generation will bring pieces of something down, and there's no price on it. And I say, well, where did you get it from? So I can, look through the dealer and find out how much it is. The tag is written in cursive, and it's usually a part of something. So they cannot
don't
read
know.
the tag. So therefore, they assume that they can take one thing out of a set because they don't read the tag.
That's
and this
incorrect.
happens over the last year. I've noticed it even more than ever.
Norm Cash, Mickey Stanley, Denny McLean.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, these
That's
are
a cool. That's a great
Yeah.
gift.
It would be. There's a few dollars involved in something like
Sure,
that.
of course.
But again, most people are still shopping in the $20 to $50 range.
Sure.
You can take a memento anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And a true investor's, gonna shell out a little bit more, but we try to have everything for you.
Yeah, I love your pin, the American flag.
Vintage pin there.
Yeah.
Diamond studded.
Oh yes.
Is there
Ruby, a sapphire.
Is there quite a bit of red, white, and blue throughout the store right now?
Yes, I have a collage of flags hanging everywhere, and the dealers are trying to keep up with seasonal things.
Okay.
Garden time right now, so there's a lot of garden-related things. Sports, golfing, right up your alley. There's a lot of golf stuff right now currently. Books are a good thing too. We're really not known for books, but we do have a large book selection, and that's kind of creeping back again. But the strongest seller down at the Antique Mall currently is vintage clothing.
Oh yeah. Now is
Who
that?
would have thought? I should have saved all my wardrobe.
You know what I've been finding is kids are looking for vintage crew neck sweatshirts, and they will pay a fortune for them. Yeah. So you think about all those old, even 90s style crew neck sweatshirts.
Yes.
Yeah. Big hot dollar out.
High-waisted pants, pleats, and colorful girl clothing. I will. I've always said, I try to stay up on it, but I'll never understand it. Right? But that's okay. That keeps the knowledge base of it. I'm always searching. Yeah.
Well, thanks for searching, and thanks for sharing some of your summer picnic and patriotic finds with us today.
Thank you, Tim.
Jackson's the antique
always
expert
get a
here.
gift.
37 years of the Jackson Antique Mall. Former Michigan Auctioneer of the Year, Tim Boss. More of the morning show after this.
Good weather is here, and the Grand River Farmers Market is open in downtown Jackson. Shop fresh, Michigan-sourced food and quality products directly from local farmers and artisans every Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fresh fruits, vegetables, sweets, crafts, and so much more. Accepting cash, credit cards, EBT, and Double Up food bucks. Conveniently located at the corner of Mechanic and Pearl Street along the Grand River.
At Consumers Energy, we believe change is preparing for the worst by putting to work the very best. Change is improving by replacing utility poles and redesigning our substations. Change is commitment to upgrading 1,000 miles of our energy grid every year. And change is confidence, the confidence of knowing when it comes to keeping the lights on, we're always on. Consumers Energy, a force for you, a force of change.
Experience a community-centered school district where a small-town feeling meets a modern education. Welcome to Napoleon High School, home of the Pirates. Napoleon High School has a long-standing tradition of excellence in award-winning programs and a rigorous academic curriculum. With dual enrollment opportunities, vocational training, and college prep, Napoleon is creating tomorrow's success stories today. Join the Napoleon Community Schools. Your child's adventure begins at napoleonschools.org.
The secret is out. Jackson is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. We are people with community pride, school spirit, and deep roots. The secret is out. Jackson has great parks, home to some of the best golf in the country, and boasts more lakes than you can count. With unique, locally owned shops and restaurants, we have a little something for everyone. Hey Jackson, the secret is out. The Heather Herndon team with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, serving the Jackson community since 2005.
Improving the air quality in your home isn't a luxury. It's improving your family's lives. Our staff do each job carefully, completely, and with great attention paid to you, the homeowner. We take care to leave each home better than we found it, and when you take your first breath after one of our cleanings, I'm sure you'll agree. We can help keep your home cleaner and your air safer by scheduling a cleaning today. Dux, we're your indoor air professionals.
Over time, we've seen more and more people frustrated with their dental benefits. They thought that because they had dental insurance, they'd be well taken care of. Well, that's exactly what the insurance companies want you to believe. They figured out a way to collect your premiums while continuing to limit your choice of doctor and your choice of treatment. There's not one company better than the others. They've created an environment where dentists diagnose treatment or recommend care based upon your insurance dollars available. That's not the way people should be treated, and we think there's a better way. We put the interest of you and your family first. We take the time with you to figure out how to get the care you need, whether it's with your insurance or not.
We are Dentistry by Design, and our mission is to make excellent dental care a joy. Please call, visit the website, or drop by the office. We'd love to answer any questions you may have. And be sure to ask about our exclusive membership program to help you save on the cost of your dental care.
A beautiful location for your next event is Cascades Manor. Situated on a beautiful 1,500-acre landscape of the Cascades and surrounded by beauty, the Cascades Manor can accommodate any group size from 10 or 15 all the way up to 300, and even more outside. They do on-site catering and off-site catering, and they still have openings for weddings this year. Food is awesome, as you know, and so is the staff at Cascades Manor. We've got a movie downtown outside on Friday night. Let's hope the air improves. It should by Friday night. It is Jaws. What a great movie.
Give me one, Todd.
For the 4th of July weekend. It's free thanks to the Michigan Theater and the DDA at Horace Blackman Park. Friday night.
We'd now like to welcome from Summit Township, Kurt Rudolph, and Chancellor Todd Emmons. I was trying to say Chancellor, and then I stumbled through the whole thing.
This has a nice ring to it.
It does have a nice ring to it. Yeah. The Chancellor was voted in, and here he is.
Supervisors are a dime a dozen. Chancellors, you know, that's a little different.
Well, there are about 8 people that were running for that seat.
Actually, 2. Yeah. So it was neck and neck, you know.
So we've got some exciting things happening in Summit Township. And recreation is one of them. You've got the Falling Waters Trail right there at Weatherwax Trailhead. It's in your township. And you've extended it to the end of Weatherwax to Horton.
Correct.
And then it stops.
Yep. Yeah, and then it stops. Yeah. So that's to start from the very beginning. A gentleman by the name of Richard Silcher approached us, and his family homestead is at the corner of Harding and Roosevelt. And that's where he was born and raised, and he has a total of 7 lots there. Three run along Horton, and there's 4 along Harding, and he approached the township to deed that property over to the township and create a park in honor of his parents.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
And then, you know, Richard at one time, when he was a little younger, he was quite a biker. And of course, if anybody has been on Horton Road now between Weatherwax and going up to the Horton South Jackson Road fork there. You're taking your life into your own hands trying to bike or walk that area, a lot of traffic. So he brought up the idea of, continuing the trail up along Horton Road and taking it up to the Bob's Knights area and around Horton Road all the way to Low Road, which goes to Jackson Baptist. It was Ridgeway when I went to it. I'm dating myself. But anyway, so he planted the seed for that. Okay. And now, we're still going to look at the park at some point in time, but our emphasis right now and the focus is on extending that trail. Yeah. And currently we have Ripstra and Scheppelman engineering the bid package and putting that together for us, and hopefully we'll have that soon.
That's nice. Kurt, tell us a little bit about what that will entail, kind of that new trail and kind of what goes into it.
Well, it'd be nice to have the trail link Weatherwax in that area and that whole trail system really into the city of Jackson and out to the Cascades. Link that into a shopping area, which would be nice. So it provides connectivity for the residents and really anyone in the community.
That little area, it is. I've always thought it could be a little walkable shopping area with Crimson Oak and then the plaza behind it, and it's starting to fill up a little bit again. Is that kind of the intention with that area?
Well, I don't know what the future holds. There's some land for sale there right now currently, but who knows what that might be eventually. But there is some opportunities. There's the old bank building there that's right across from Bob's. Right. There's the property right at the intersection of Badgley and Horton Road. We have the Crimson Oak that moved in there. That was a TV cable company.
It was some of the only cable ones.
And a furniture store before that.
And a gym after that.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, there was a Sinclair gas station up there.
I think it's found its forever home.
There's some possibilities. There's another parcel for sale down Horton a little bit more towards that transfer station. And then, of course, we've got the Weatherwax corridor. Yeah. We rezoned that and broke that up into smaller parcels, which has helped develop some interest.
Are there still parcels available for purchase?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was for sale signs all along.
Of course. I think most people know Southern Michigan Bank and Trust will be in on the corner of Weatherwax and Horton there, and they'll probably start in the fall, I think.
I haven't heard from Billy or John in a while, but I'm not sure when they're going to break ground. Apparently they have their office. I've not been to it, but down here in
they've got a couple down here.
200 building, I guess. So, in fact, maybe I'll stop there when I get out of here.
A lot of really recreation opportunities in Summit Township, and people might be surprised that there's a recreation master plan and a recreation committee. You guys are doing quite a bit of work on that.
Yes. I've been the chairman of the recreation planning committee since it started. And we're going through, I think, maybe our fourth recreation plan.
Okay.
And so we're updating it. We had a meeting earlier this year, and Richard's plan for this path along Horton came up, and it was amazing the amount of community support we had at that meeting.
That's cool.
And so we're moving ahead.
That park sounds interesting down the line. What little area are you talking about? Is that behind like the C&J Pizza area, or is that
no? This right on the
other
corner
side?
Harding and Horton.
Okay.
The law offices building across and that.
Yes,
it's right directly across the street from that.
It's all woods, pretty much.
Well, it's a lot of trees in there. Now this is where the house is, and he's going to pay to have that house razzed.
Okay.
And
you don't even realize there's a house back there.
Right. And you don't realize how much property is there. There's 7 lots.
Wow.
So I'm not. I'm sure we would have to incorporate or get on board somebody that's that is their trade is to develop parks like that, and you could have probably things for children. You might incorporate some workout stations for people. Yeah. It's hard to say, but there's quite a bit of property there. I think it has a lot of potential.
I think Richard was inspired by the Betsy Butterfield Park
Yeah.
that most
Yeah,
people.
that's kind of what he's got envisioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're right, though. That stretch, there are a lot of people that are on Horton Road to get to the trail.
A lot of residential
Yeah.
area, and I mean all the way back around the Jackson Baptist School and all that. It just opens it up to all those people.
Right, they changed the name of that, by the way. It's Jackson Christian School.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And how long has it been?
Can I just go back to Ridgeway?
Ridgeway,
You know.
when did that change? Because I still remember it as Ridgeway.
I don't know. I was the first graduating class. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah, transferred from Sharp Park to Ridgeway for 6th grade and came out of there as a graduate. Yeah. And on to Frost.
I'm telling you.
You know, that's back when you went 7th and 8th, and then high school was 9th and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Peg pants, heel plates, all that stuff.
Are there any new home starts in the township?
You know there are, but you caught me on that. And we have a report every township monthly township meeting. There is. I wouldn't say we're flooded with them, but there is some
There's
activity.
a few. Yeah, there's a few.
I think it's loosening up a little bit. You know, I'm not sure where the market is on building material and that, but and interest rates. There's so many things that factor into that.
Yeah. What's on the 4th of July holiday plans for you and your family?
What?
Yeah, that's a personal question I've asked you, Todd.
Maybe grill some hot dogs.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, and by the way, the office will be open on Monday.
Okay.
July 3rd. You know, it makes sense logistically to, are you kidding me, to be open Monday and then close Friday, whatever. But it's not an official holiday, and the township offices will be open for business.
Very good.
And we'll be there. So.
Very good.
How come there's always a couple of Michigan State police cars in your parking lot?
Isn't that ironic?
Isn't that funny? What are they doing in there?
Actually, there's a road patrol and also a commercial vehicle enforcement officer, and they both live in the area.
Okay.
And they just literally do not have the room to have their trooper vehicle, at their residence.
Okay.
So it's
Seems like a good place to park it.
I'm sorry?
It seems like a good place to park it.
Well, it looks like we're, some kind of Fort Knox or something.
Yeah, it looks like you
we
guys
got-
are running a
we got
speed
sheriff
trap out of
cars,
there.
We got state police. I mean, nobody
Yeah.
tried anything around there.
That's
I guess.
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like it.
People pulling on them nights might think twice about it.
Well, they used to think twice. Now they probably think 3 or 4 times.
What about you, Kurt? What's your holiday weekend?
Well, I've got my daughter and her family in from New York. So
Oh, nice. Fun.
Be spending time with them and the grandkids.
Nice.
Well, it'll be exciting. What's the timeline are you anticipating for this trail and park?
It probably won't be any dirt move this year.
Okay.
By the time we get that package and get it out to bid and everything. So, you want any other little?
What else do you have?
Are we out of time?
No, I have time for one more. Here, let's
Yeah.
back in.
You see what you can make.
All right, I got a great one. Is that Summit Lanes building getting bought or what?
Actually, yeah, the old Summit Lanes property finally did sell.
Good.
Yep, yeah, which is good. It's going to be, it's a father and son's operation.
Okay.
They're out of, I think, Greenville, and they have several locations around the state. It's called the American Classic Construction and Supply, and they'll deal with private and contractors, and they specialize. They're kind of a niche, more fencing, decking, roofing, siding, that kind of thing. Not a full-blown like Lowe's or
Sure.
Home Depot or anything. We appointed a new deputy fire chief, Captain James Warner.
Nice.
Because of the retirement of Deputy Chief Scott Harvey, who'd been with the department for, I believe, I want to say 38 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so, Captain Warner is the new deputy fire chief, and because of that, everything moving up, we had to hire a new firefighter, and his name is Jack Reed. We went through quite an extensive interviewing process, had a lot of applicants for it. There was a written test and then a physical agility test, which I went down and witnessed down at the #1 fire station for the Jackson City Police. That's pretty grueling.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway.
Well, thank you guys so much for being with us today.
Thank you for
Really
having us.
appreciate it. Kurt Rudolph and Chancellor Todd Emmons from Summit Township. More of the morning show right
I
after
should have
this.
had a table, though, about up to here because,
We'll be right back.
Ammonite's Frosty Boy of Vandercook Lake. We have what it takes to keep you cool all summer long. Great flavors, excellent selections. We're more than just an ice cream shop. Ammonite's Frosty Boy of Vandercook Lake.
When 2 jobs aren't enough, they find a way. When there's not enough to eat, they find a way. For the people they love, they find a way. Some of America's hardest working families are in danger of losing their homes. But thanks to you, hope marches on. When you give $25 a month, you help families find a way to stay in their homes.
You never think about a good tow truck service until you really need one. Jimmy's Towing and Auto Repair in Jackson will be there for you in a flash. Our technologically advanced GPS software enables us to pinpoint your location and dispatch the closest truck to assist you in no time. Jimmy's has the largest towing and rescue truck fleet in the area, and we have the right equipment for any towing need. When you need help in a flash, call Jimmy's. Jimmy's Towing and Repair in Jackson.
Collins Brothers Floor Covering has been serving the Jackson community for over 80 years. We specialize in residential and commercial projects and offer a full range of flooring materials from carpet to luxury vinyl. With endless colors, styles, and patterns to choose from, we can complement the look of any room. Quality products at the best value and customer satisfaction are guaranteed when you choose Collins Brothers Floor Covering. Contact Collins Brothers Floor Covering and see how we can personalize your project today.
Welcome to Youth Haven. This is an organization that began in 1968 to reach the underserved, the disadvantaged, and at-risk children here in Michigan and in Arizona. Through our on-site programs, our virtual camp programs, our after-school programs, the mail we send, we are offering hope and encouragement to children in need. We do all of this at no cost, and we have a need for donors and volunteers and others to help. You can visit our website at youthhaven.org to learn more.
Our show today is brought to you by the Center for Family Health, and don't delay getting your kids' sports physicals, as we have a whole new crop of kids that have to get sports physicals before they compete in middle school or high school athletics. Those are available anytime. Call the center, opening the door to healthcare for all in Jackson.
Joining us now is the Marketing and Development Manager at Experience Jackson, Rachel Buchanan. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning. Hello.
How are you? No, you were
good.
Were you just out of town?
I was. You caught me once again at a golf resort.
I did.
Not golfing.
What's going on?
I was up at Treetops for a day, meeting with Pure Michigan and talking about ways that we can promote Michigan and Jackson throughout the state. So yeah,
cool.
We're getting out there.
You're going to some nice golf courses you've yet to play.
Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah, I had a great view out my window. Loved it.
You should pick up golf.
I'm working on it. I'm golf adjacent. I'm still there,
Yeah,
so
you're
we'll
there.
see how it goes. That's good.
Well, we've seen Rachel all over town. You're at all the events. You're at the hot dog eating contest, cruise night, everywhere. Stuff's happening, and you're helping to bring people in. And it seems like it's working.
Yeah. It's been really exciting. Yesterday, actually, and this is a unique experience we get to do every once in a while. We actually welcomed in all the new residents from Henry Ford Health.
Oh, nice.
In Jackson. And so we had 45 doctors inside our welcome center meeting Jack the Elephant and getting all giddy and learning about Jackson for the first time. I almost made you spit on your iPad.
Did.
That was good. It was so fun. Just, seeing the excitement of people coming in, and not just visitors, but people who are making Jackson their home.
Yeah.
And I'm enthusiastic about what they see and everything. I love it.
Yeah, I think you talk about some residents that are here. They're really enjoying their time here, and that wasn't always the case.
Yeah.
It's just there's so much to do. It's so cool. You mentioned golf. There's a lot of us have friends that come in town to play, but Jackson is known for golf in our community, and you guys have stay and play packages.
Yeah.
Why should someone book it through you guys?
Sure. Well, they don't have to worry about setting up those tee times, calling around to the different courses, or even booking their hotel room. Lindsay in our office is incredible at taking care of that, and she'll get on the phone with you, make sure you get what you want, and are ready for your trip. That's a big benefit. That's a lot of coordination, especially if you're not from town, knowing the distances and what you're going to play and everything. So we're really excited about those golf packages.
new pedestrian walkway and tunnel that connects Jackson Crossing and the hotels. That is, I think it's now open.
It is?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, so
Okay,
you can now
we'll
walk
have to try that out.
Yeah, on that side where Courtyard and Town Place
Okay.
are and Baymont, you can just walk right under the highway. I feel like I've got to try it. I got to make that pilgrimage to know how to talk about it.
I may do
That's
that
great.
today, actually, after this. That's an amazing feature, right? I mean, you think about being able to walk across or through 2 major highways to tons of shopping. So
and
it changes the
you
game.
get a tour of that new diverging diamond. I mean, that's rare. That's special right here.
And it's funny, no one asked for it, but MDOT said, this doesn't make any sense. All these people here, all these people there. Let's make it a safe way to,
I can enjoy driving around it. I hope that when snow comes, we can see the lines, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I have a good time.
It seems to be
It's
working
kinda fun.
well, and it's a lot faster. It's an engineering marvel.
Well, Rachel and Andy, they've been out all around town checking out the sites, and we've got a couple of clips. Let's take a look.
True.
Well, hello, I'm Rachel Buchanan with Experience Jackson, and this is a visit with Experience Jackson. And today's a little different. We are on the farm at Lowry's Little Flock Farm. And today we are surrounded by all sorts of animals. It's a gorgeous day, a beautiful place, and we're happy to be here. Lowry's Little Flock Farm is not too little. You guys have a lot going on here. And the thing that I love about it, I brought my boys out here a few different times, and you can just kind of stop out, enjoy it at your own pace, and like hang out with the animals.
We know we have unique animals, along with llamas and alpacas and the emus, and they're just friendly and they're fun to be around, and we don't charge.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, throw. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Bart, you're doing it wrong. Good job, Emma. The entire building laughs about you versus me and Axe play.
I'm glad I'm
That's
going
why
down
I
in
think
Jackson
we need to
history
go
for
to the
that.
golf
Yeah.
course, Rachel. We need to do the golf. We need to do the golf.
All right.
Well, you didn't see it, but there were probably 20 times you threw it and it didn't hit
Well, the
anything.
worst one was that I threw it right at the ground
Yeah.
in front of my feet.
Yes.
Yeah, what a cool place.
Okay.
So many
It is
cool
cool
things
place.
to do.
Yeah, we're loving it. We're seeing this is our official visitor's guide. You may have seen it around town.
Yep.
Hopefully you're seeing it around Michigan and beyond to let people know about it. Have you seen our postcards?
I like that.
These are free down at the Jackson Post Office downtown.
Nice. Wow.
Not to send everybody scrambling, but
Very nice.
those are handy too to remind people of where they should come and how they should stay.
We have a NASCAR race in August.
Yeah, this little thing coming up.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
We're excited
Firekeepers
about that.
Casino 400. You guys
Yeah.
are involved again?
Yeah. We are working along with the Jackson County, Michigan Historical Society on a couple of surprises that will be revealed that weekend as well. So we're excited to highlight that. I mean, how could you not? It's such a beautiful asset, and we're right on the edge of being able to market that and let people know about what's happening. So.
I like how you're connecting with people who are coming here, like the residents at the hospital, the doctors. I also noted you're very involved at Jackson College as the school is attracting people from all over.
Yeah.
You're getting them connected to the community and educating them, and then people are staying. Like those doctors, they want to stay here after their residency and after kids graduate.
Yeah, everyone has different wants and interests and needs in their life, and who better to talk to as far as what Jackson has to offer than Rachel and her team.
We can do that.
Yeah, people, and you hear this, people used to say, there's nothing to do here, but
Not true.
Really, if anybody
There's
says
too much
that,
to do.
That's not allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were here last weekend, you would have known that.
Yeah, I know.
Suddenly, there was so much. People were flying into Jackson to be
That's
here for
right.
the weekend during Aviation Day. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
good.
cool.
Yeah, all these great events, they keep growing. We've got Gus Macker out here
Mm-hmm.
with Jubilee, and the list goes on and on, just coming up next month. So, well, happy 4th of July.
Thank you. You too.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah, I will.
Rachel Buchanan from Experience Jackson. More of the morning show after this.
Grimes Plumbing has proudly served Jackson for over 20 years. Water heater installation and repair, drain cleaning, leak repair. Thank you, Jackson, for making Grimes Plumbing your favorite plumbers.
At Michigan Center Schools, we guide every student in the direction of their dreams. We believe that when our students feel loved and respected, there's no limit to what they can accomplish. We offer fantastic facilities, academic excellence, one-to-one technology, and multi-tiered social-emotional supports. We believe we get the most out of our students when we prioritize relationships above all else. Michigan Center Schools, where your kids are our family.
We get many calls from homeowners who receive a quote to replace their entire air conditioning system when all they need is a simple repair. Before you decide to buy, call Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning to get a second opinion.
You could literally save thousands by having Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning fix your existing unit.
Call Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning today for a quality second opinion.
Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning, your factory authorized Carrier dealer. Proudly serving Jackson since 1965. Carrier, turn to the experts.
At Hometown Heating, Cooling, and More, we know how important family is. That's why we've been a family-owned and operated business since 2009. As an authorized Daikin dealer, we're dedicated to providing the best heating and cooling services for your family's comfort. So, don't sweat the heat or shiver in the cold. Let our family keep yours cozy all year long.
The Lost Railway Museum is dedicated to preserving the nearly forgotten interurban railway, and we want you to experience it firsthand. Our 2 rail cars are constantly being restored, giving our past new life in the present. Our museum is also a community center with facilities and engaging displays to add something special to any event. Bring your family and uncover our history one track at a time at the Lost Railway Museum.
As you know, I just got back from a concert Tuesday night, and concert goers in Michigan, they had to miss out on Morgan Wallen in Grand Rapids. He had to reschedule. Another potential reschedule.
For the air?
No, for his was for his voice hurt or he was drinking too much. But Madonna is supposed to go on tour July 15th. She spent the last few days in the ICU.
Yeah, surprise.
But that's probably going to affect the August 5th show at LCA. Our tour manager said that there probably will be a little bit of a pause. So that's tricky. You know, you think about Morgan Wallen and Madonna. People spend their life savings in hotels and get ready for that day, and then it gets canceled.
Well, Madonna, she was very gravely ill. She had a bacterial infection develop.
Yes, I know.
And was in the hospital.
I'm just saying. But even so, there are people that spend a lot of money. Yeah. Madonna has not performed in Michigan since 2015 or 16, so.
She should come home.
She should come home. Bay City, right? She's from?
Somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. MDOT is installing new signs this morning at the borders. As people arrive in Michigan, they will be greeted by a sign that says, "New Michigan law, no handheld devices while driving." And now with this happening in Michigan, the majority of the country, 26 states now, have this law.
Well, good. I think all states should have this law. We're gonna have some people pulled over for this very, very quickly. So be careful. Just keep your phone down. Brian Stewart is 1 under through the 11th hole at the Rocket Mortgage. He's got 7 left. Needs to get a couple birdies on the card here soon.
Pretty good. And more coverage on Brian at the Rocket Mortgage Classic later today on JTV.tv. Well, I hope you have a nice 4th of July.
I will. Thank you very much. People can tune in to you later.
Yes, John Barr from Spring Arbor University, Destiny Wilkins from the Jackson County Medical Care Facility, Dave DeBaker, Jacob Inocencio, and Leticia Albaran announcing the Jackson Hispanic Heritage Festival Year 2, and Rick Walton. All today. We'll see you later.
I am really excited for today's food circus because we're visiting Cherry Creek Cellars, located on Silver Lake Highway in Brooklyn. Cherry Creek Cellars takes pride crafting award-winning